So welcome to episode 2 of 5 Minutes with Jack, your guide to internet mastery, I guess you would say. I don't really know what we're exactly going to call the show and its tagline yet, but 5 Minutes with Jack is going to be the main title. But the reason I'm doing this second episode, it's an episode I really don't want to do. Because I'm going to talk about me, and I'm going to talk about my accomplishments, and I'm going to tell you that I'm really smart, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to back it up with proof points. And like any personality, I've been a podcaster now for, I guess, about two years, and been in the public eye for as long as I've been doing that, and longer than that. I've been a speaker and things like that. I have some ego, but when it comes to talking about myself, the ego deflates real quick. So why am I even going to do it? Well, because unless you're someone that's followed my other podcast on modern survival thinking and preparedness and has watched that happen over the years, or you know me professionally from business, you might be thinking, who the hell is this clown? And I want to tell you, you're exactly right for thinking that. And anytime anybody tells you that they know how to make you successful in anything, I don't care if it's how to play hockey, I don't care if it's how to make money, I don't care if it's an online business, offline business, I don't care if it's in school, the first thing you should think is, who the hell is this clown, and is he qualified to tell me these things? So giving you the synopsis of kind of my career path and how I ended up where I am. I came to Texas in 1993. I slept on a friend's floor. The first job I had, I packed boxes for $5.90 an hour. From there, I worked into telecommunications and started to make a little bit of money over the years, at least a reasonable middle class income. But I managed to work my way into sales by 1998. And by 1999, I had made my first $100,000 annual salary. At that time, let's see, I guess I would have been about 26, 27 years old, and it had been I would have been about 28 years old. It had only been 7 years since sleeping on the floor making $6 an hour, and no college. Never went to college. College is not right for me. But at that point, I worked sales for a few more years. Ended up working for a very large company, Fluke Networks, $500 million a year company, as one of their sales managers. 3 years in a row, they gave me one of these, and I don't even know why I keep this one. The other two have been packed in boxes and disappeared long ago, but it basically says top salesperson in the company. Again, a $500 million company, 3 years consecutively. So I guess I have a little bit of pride in that, but what I realized is I didn't love it. And along all of this stuff, as I said in episode 1, I had started this little website in 1999 called Celestine View, which is a just crappy looking site, but it's kind of cool content, and I've made a lot of good friends with it, so I've left it up. And it's also kind of my point back that this is how bad I was when I started, so that when people look at what I'm doing today, they can see that everybody has a starting point. Because I don't want to be like some guy that says, look, it's just so easy, work in your underwear and work an hour a day and get rich, because that's crap. It's bullshit, and everybody that tells you that is full of shit. Understand that. But over the years, what have I done? Well, I had some big hits. In, I guess it was about 2005 or 6, somewhere in there. There was a guy named Chris Daughtry on American Idol, and I knew that every teenage girl in America would fall in love with him. So I put this little crap site together, and that site, with about 15 hours of work, made me about $30,000 that year. And I did a lot of other little projects like that. And that's what I talked about in episode 1, where I said I wasn't following my passion. Learning the technology was my passion, but the subject matter wasn't my passion. So I'd get these big hits, and I would ride waves. And how did I make that much money on something like American Idol? Well, this is before Fox had any idea what the hell to do with the internet. None of the contestants had their own websites, and if they did, they had to take them down during the competition, which I believe is still the case. But Fox wasn't putting up anything worth a damn on the internet. There was no communities, there was nothing out there, and no one else had ever done it. That was the big thing. I was the first person that really made a big push with a major star on American Idol, even though it was like 5 seasons into it. So that's why that worked. And a lot of other things I did were like that. And I'll talk to you in the future about like the revenue ways, how I made the money, who paid me. And I'll tell you why those aren't even really good ways to make money anymore. But I did that. I also ended up with my own company, Franklin Spirko Media, which I'm still a loose partner in with my partner, Neil Franklin. And among our clients were people like Donald Trump. So I was actually a consultant for over a year to Donald Trump on his online marketing. And there were some other big names that I've worked with over the years, but I don't need a laundry list. Trump's big enough. And basically what I'm saying is if Donald Trump trusted my advice, you can trust my advice too. But I think the biggest reason you should listen to me is because I took MP3 recorders, I said in episode 1, in a headset, and in a year and a half created a full-time business that allowed me to walk away from my other company, that allowed me to walk away from the employment that I had as a result of that, that allowed me to live my dreams every day for the rest of my life. That's what it's really all about. I've made more money than I'm making today. Eventually, what I'm doing will probably make me more money than I've ever wanted or needed, and I'm a big philanthropist, so I'll give a lot of it away, I can assure you that. But the money is secondary. The fact that it's enough to pay the bills is really what it's all about for me. And I'll tell you how I got there. I absolutely love my customers. And I don't mean it the way those sorry asses at the dry cleaners that they have. We love our customers on the hanger they give you. I think they're full of crap too. I don't think they give a damn about you other than they like your money. What I mean is I love my customers. At 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes, I'm answering tech support emails. I've answered all my own email from my site, which is considerable. I have 14,000 people listening to me. You can imagine the email that comes in, and I try to answer everybody. And I've made my listeners part of my success. And I've done everything I can to make sure that they know that. And that's why you should listen to me, because I'm going to do the same thing here. I care about you. And I know that sounds like a load of crap. Give me a chance to prove it to you. I am going to tell you over the next few weeks, in fact, the next year probably, everything I know about the internet. And I'm not going to ask you any money to send me any money. I'm not going to sell you a course. Who knows, sometime down the road, I might put together some kind of a how-to that's more mechanical and technical. I don't know that I even really have the time to do that. This second podcast of mine is just something that basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to finish up for the day, talking into this thing right here, my condenser mic, doing my show, and I'm going to edit my show like I always do, and I'm going to publish it, and while it's uploading, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to throw it on this site just to give you everything I know about how to make money online. What works, what doesn't. And I don't know it all. So I want your input, your questions, your thoughts, and your ideas. But I do know one thing. It's going to always be about your passion. So tune into the next episode of 5 Minutes with Jack. And by then we'll be getting into, let's say, some meat and potatoes, telling you exactly how certain things work, why they don't work. And everything from this point on won't be about me. It'll be about the things you can use for your success.